So Freya's banner is running. We just pulled her, as you guys saw from my last video, but today we're going to test her out in ruby farming. Now, I will say, Freya looks absolutely crazy for PvP and PvE because just look at this passive, right? There's so much text. Usually that means it's really broken. She's really tanky. She also has Divinity, which will boost her magic attack. And for farming for PvE, and I guess also for PvP, she has this HP alteration, which is very, very strong, right? And for farming, this will be good because you just drop the enemies to 39% if you skill enhance it. And then you can just use your other skill to attack and kill them. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Now I will say, I think she's going to be unusable in farming until T2 because you really need that T2 to start with 4 stacks of Divinity, and that allows you to activate this HP alteration. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it at the start. And this is going to be very important from what I suspect because the HP alteration happens first, and then you do damage. So they're probably going to be like 20% health, or maybe you'll even one-shot them almost. And then you clean up with your skill 1. So I'm going to test her out at T0, but I highly, highly doubt she'll work out. This is what I have in terms of equipments, right? Nothing too crazy, just wanted to make it a little bit more relatable. If I just put her on crazy gear, it doesn't really make too much sense, right? So this is what we're working with. I do have a 5-star ring, so for 1-1 it's going to be kind of fake, but it's not that big of a deal. And honestly, like I said, I do think you need her at T2 because this is going to be very important, but we will test her out at T0 first. I do think I have enough copies to T4 her. Yeah, so I will probably get her to T2 for the test, maybe even T4 if we need it, but I highly doubt it. I think that she's going to be perfectly fine at T2 for farming as long as you have your Golden Rain skill enhanced. So we're going to test her out in 1-1 first. Now you will want to have her top skill priority 1, Golden Rain, especially if you have her at T2. If you don't have her at T2, then it doesn't really matter because you're not getting this HP alteration because you're not going to hit 4 stacks without T2 to start the battle with it. So we're just going to test her out, do one battle here. I have her on a tank, not a tank pet, a farming pet to make it a little bit more realistic. I think she won't need the extra damage. Actually, she probably will for T0, but at T2, I don't really think she'll need it. So we'll see. So this is without the HP alteration. I mean, the damage is pretty high, I'm not going to lie. So at T0, I think she's able to do this, right? Because I believe this should do more damage. Oh, I guess not. If I skill enhance it, I think I can though. But regardless, I think she will be able to still clear this, but you know, I'm gonna skip ahead because, you know, no one really wants to watch the basic attack over and over. Yeah, so she did end up killing it. You know, she does have guts and blessing, so she's really tanky. Let's make some minor adjustments though. So I did end up skill enhancing her skill 1. This should give her more damage, I think. So it does make you do a little bit more damage. Also inflicts bleed. So I know a lot of you guys probably aren't gonna keep her at T0 for farming anyways, and you probably are waiting for the T2 showcase. But let's try one more time in 1-1 because I do think you can definitely farm without skill enhancements. Not skill enhancements, without transcendence. And I do also think if you just run a magic pet, she'll probably be able to do this as well, very easily. So there's the damage there. Now let's see. Skill 2 should wipe them out. Wow. Okay, so it looks like without T2, she works because of the bleed, but the damage is just not the best without it, right? Because you really need that HP alteration. Ooh, and get a ring. So I think we're gonna test her out now with the Transcendence 2. So here we go. We are going to dupe her up. This is going to make her start with 4 Divinity, which is basically a 20% magic attack boost, right? Because Divinity gives 5 stacks. But also, you know, we will get that HP alteration. And I assume she'll be able to do this very, very easily. So let's do this very quick. We'll go from 1-1, 6-1, 11-1. Then I guess we just jump to 20-1. Because I think 11 to 13 is pretty similar. You can see Golden Rain. Let's see HP alteration. Oh, yeah, I mean, that looks a lot stronger. So, dang, that's crazy. Okay, well, I think we can skip 6-1 and 11-1. You can see it's still the same gear. We're just gonna jump into 13-1. I don't know if she'll one-shot still, but I'm sure she can kill very fast. So this is my Yunny. She never fails. She's also an Immortality Ring. The thing with Yunny is, before Kyle, I guess even with Kyle, before the Clawhorn buffs, before Freya, she was known as the best farmer because she is really safe and does a ton of damage, so good balance with speed and safety. But looking at Freya here, I have a feeling she's gonna be by far the best farmer now, so let's actually see. T2, Golden Rain. If I have her on better gear, or if I dupe her up more, she literally one-shots, which is absolutely crazy. What the heck is going on? Damn. Okay, so we're gonna test her on 20-1, as you can see. Literally still the same gear. I can actually make her gear even better. So I'll do like a full damage showcase at like T4 even, where she gets extra crit rate. And we'll test her out in, I guess, 21-1 after this, because after the changes to the monsters that appear in 21-1, you can farm it now. You previously couldn't before the patch because there was a monster that stunned you, which was really annoying. So your win rate can never be 100% if you got unlucky. But now, should be fine. And I'm not too sure if this one has physical immunity, magic immunity on the next one. We'll have to see. But here we go. My Yui wants to make the run super long. Okay, so there's no immunity. I lucked out. Boom. I mean, I can definitely one-shot this, right? Like, there's no way I can't with better gear. Yeah, let's put her on better gear before T4. I want to see if I can one-shot at T2. Alright, so we're going to test her on this gear. I think she should be able to one-shot. She is missing 3% crit rate because my ring only gives me 10, which gets me to 97. But I think, you know, if I do get her to higher dupes, obviously, she'll be really, really good. But I believe she should be able to one-shot, or it'll be very, very close, which is honestly good enough. Honestly, one-shotting is like just a luxury to speed up your runs. Yeah, okay. This character is insane at farming, and of course, my TO 3-shots, so he's gonna use 2 skills here, die, res, and then do another skill and he wins. So I'm not gonna show you it, but you can see Freyja's absolutely insane. Okay, now for the hell of it, let's get her to T4. This is gonna give her 18% crit rate, which is going to make her even better, because now what I can do is I can actually drop this crit rate piece and go for more crit damage and boost my crit rate through my other gear. Okay, so this is the new setup. I did drop her crit damage a bit, but I raised her attack by a lot, and that's mostly because I just couldn't shift around enough gear. But this is the setup we're on. We're at 99% crit rate total with the ring, and I think this is going to one-shot. So we're gonna have to see. I think it's gonna be pretty easy one-shot here, or it's gonna be very, very close. Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. We have the new best farmer in the game because she is super safe with her passive. She does a ton of damage, and she's the fastest. And if you, well, you pretty much have to have her at T2 to farm anywhere above 1-1. But I think, I haven't tested her out at all in PvP yet, but if she ends up being good in PvP as well, this is a must T2 character, because I know for sure she's going to be good in other PvE too, which I'm going to test out. And you could see, even with TO taking forever and making my run slow, it's a 37-second run, which is absolutely insane. And I think goodbye to, I guess, TO. I'm probably going to just end up using Yunhee and Freya now because it is so fast. But that is Freya, guys. Definitely a character you want to go for. I mean, who would have not thought that she was going to be good at farming? Like, her golden rain with this HP alteration and then doing damage is absolutely crazy. And can you imagine this in PvP too as well? I'll test it out tomorrow for PvP, so you guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe to see, you know, when that video comes up. But I think she's going to be absolutely crazy, even though she wants to be with magic characters because of her effect hit rate bonus. I really don't think she cares. I think you can put her into every single team, just because if you ignore this effect hit rate boost, she's still like giga OP. So thank you for watching, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys